guys, so I've been learning to day trade penny stocks on the US market for about 8 months now, and today I thought I'd share 5 things that I've found to be super important and help me along my way as a beginner trader. So number 1 is risk. So always have a risk in mind of where you're going to cut the trade if it doesn't go your way, even if it then reverses and goes without you. So if I'm trading during market hours, I always have a stop loss in place. So if the price hits my stop loss, I'm automatically out of the trade, and that's what keeps me safe. And if I'm trading pre-market or after hours, then I already know where my risk is, and you can't have stop losses in place during those times. But if the price goes to there, then I just cut the trade immediately. And it's just so important because you can get caught in offerings where you can expect to lose 50% of your position if you've not got a risk in place. And also just having that discipline. So if you don't have a risk and the price goes down, where are you going to cut? Are you just going to watch it go down and down and down until you're 20% or more down on your position? So it's just one of those things where losses are inevitable, they're part of trading, and it's just about trying to keep them controlled and minimal in relation to your gains. And I've learned from my brother, who's a day trader, from the beginning, one of his number 1 rules was always have your risk. So I've kind of been trained to have that, and that's just what I'm programmed to do. Like you put a trade on, you have a risk, and that's that. So yeah, have your risk in place. Number 2 is have a thesis. So a reason why you're taking the trade, and try and make that a strong thesis. So not just the price is spiking, it's come back down, let me buy it. That's not a very strong thesis, but more analysis and more reason for why this could work out. So for example, this week 20 cents stocks have been running and they've been pushing past $1, holding $1. You've seen a stock that's doing the same thing. You can see it's holding support at $1. Maybe you could take it at 105, risk off $1. That's, an okay thesis. And having a thesis will stop you from over trading, which I'm trying to work on myself. So if I haven't got a strong thesis, then why am I taking the trade? And don't get me wrong, I find myself taking the trades, but I'm really trying to stick to having a good basis for why I'm entering a trade. Number 3, focus on a handful of setups and track them. So as a beginner, I found it really overwhelming trying to learn 5 or more different setups that I see other people trading, and just feeling really scattered and overwhelmed with too much information. Whereas trying to learn just 2 or maybe even 1 setup is much more comfortable. And my brother, who's a day trader and he's, successful at what he does, he makes most of his money on 1 setup. And somebody in the Roland Wolf community that I'm in, I think he's on about $700,000 in profit, and he makes all his money on pretty much 1 setup as well, which I find really encouraging and brings me back down to earth a little bit and just reins me in and stops me from trying to look at a million different things, and helps with, FOMO as well. You can just see all these people trading loads of stuff and making money off it, but it's okay not to trade those and just stick to the setups that you want to focus on. Number 4 is accountability, so tracking all your trades. So I track all my trades, and it gives me an idea of where I'm at, what's working, what's not working. I have to recognise my losses, recognise where I took bad trades, and also see where I took good trades as well. And one of the purposes of doing this YouTube is it helps hold me accountable each week and sort of digest the week as well. So really recommend making sure you keep an eye on all your trades and analyse them. Number 5 is trade with small size, and this is just what's worked for me. I started out actually paper trading, which I'd recommend before even starting with small size. TradingView has really great paper trading feature, and that will just help to learn even how to place a trade or how it works, and just like the mental emotions you go through, and see if you can hit some kind of consistency. But when you are ready to trade with real money, personally, I recommend trading with as little as possible. I started my account with $150. I topped it up to $300 just because I found $150 a little bit too restricting for where I wanted to be. So $300 account is what I started with, and I'm just trying to grow that until I can hit some kind of consistency before I size up. And it's only going to work really if you can take it seriously on small size. If sort of putting $40 on a trade to you doesn't mean anything to you, then it's not going to be beneficial. But for me, I really do treat that $40 as if it's $1,000. So I take it quite serious. So yeah, if you can, then start with as little as possible. And lastly, I'm just going to throw in a little bonus because I think this one's super important as well, and that's education and knowing that this takes time. So definitely find somewhere to learn from, whether that's YouTube, whether that's a paid or a free community. I do my learning on some of it on YouTube and also part of the paid Roland Wolf community. And knowing that this takes time, this isn't going to be something that you can learn in a matter of months. This is likely going to take years. And what keeps me motivated is that I keep learning stuff each week, and at the end of each week I tend to write down a list of all the new things that I've learned. For example, it can be as small as I learned how to put this indicator on TradingView this week, and actually this week I learned to look at short volume a bit more. So that's something that I've introduced. Do I fully understand it? No, but I'm getting an idea of what that's about, and I know that over time I can build on that. So I hope this has been useful and helping anyone else that's in a similar boat to me and sort of at the beginning stages of learning to day trade. And if anyone else has got any tips, then I'd love to hear them. Please drop them in the comments. And thank you for watching. Catch you next Sunday.